What do you find the best way to cut weight in cardio, running or walking? Sarah says, how do you tell the difference, how the person tell the difference between a burn and a fiber, the tearing of the fiber? Somebody asked, is steroids a necessity?
How many reps do you recommend?
How many reps do I recommend? It depends on the body part. I recommend 1 rep to 100 reps. It all depends on what you're doing, what body part you're training, and how you're feeling. And also just the change up of whatever you were doing before, I'd do something different this time.
That was a horrible question.
Go for it.
Just in case.
Yeah, it is a horrible question, but yeah, guys, anything like that is really basic, and it just kind of tells us that you're not at any level as of right now, and that you should probably at this stage just start working with somebody. The whole concept of what do I eat? It's irrelevant to what I eat. What is the perfect rep range? There is no perfect rep range, which is perfect. Because the fact is that you get to use all the rep ranges, and they all have a purpose, and they all have a benefit to them. 1 rep has a benefit. 20 reps has a benefit. How many sets is good? Again, it goes back to you and what's best for you. And that's, again, great thing. I could do up to 2 sets and be satisfied with that on an exercise. Some people, like I used to be able to do 5 or 6 sets, but I can't recover from that kind of stuff nowadays. So I have to change it up and make it smarter for me. However, I would tell the young self, my young Titan, to back it down a little bit when it comes to training. I trained way too hard. And believe it or not, that's where we're going to lead into today's things. Somebody asked, is steroids a necessity? In what world would steroids be a necessity? That's fine with me, because that's just it's a weird understanding.
It's all right, no turning back.
Yeah, there's no turning back. He's gone. Let's keep going on this. Anita, I'm so proud of you again. Jeez Louise, man. What do you find the best way to cut weight in cardio, running or walking? Well, it's kind of a mislead, and I'm not going to be that trainer that says, tries to send a mislead. You want to cut weight? Go ahead, go run. For anybody that wants to cut weight, go run. You'll drop some weight. Now, that's probably what some trainers will say. That's probably the majority of trainers would say. Go out there, kick ass, go ballistic, run your butt off, get the heart rate going, hit cardio, whatever you want to do, crush it. Crush it. Now, hopefully that answers your question, and then you can just move on for the day, tune out of this, and go on. For everybody else that wants to understand how basic that question is, how misleading that question is, stay here. I'm going to finish up with this. So, he wants to just lose weight, where I think all of you actually want to get in shape. Does you guys get the difference here? He wants to lose weight. So he's going to basically look, or she's going to basically look the same, just smaller. So if she's at 20% body fat, she's just going to drop down to, let's say she's at 200, he's at 200, he's going to drop down to 150. He'll be the same. The body fat will look the same, his body will look the same, except he'll have more loose skin and stuff, and it'll just depleted visual of himself. Now this you guys can see through life when you watch people work out in nutrition and diet. They just shrink, but they're the same self. That's what I don't want anybody here to do. And that's why it's such a mislead question, and it's such a basic thing for someone that may not understand. He wants to go out and run and drop weight. I want you to get in shape. So how would you get in shape? Well, you'd want to burn fat. Okay? Forget the weight. You want to burn fat. Try to retain as much muscle as you can, because if you retain the muscle, that's going to give your body a beautiful shape. Now, a beautiful shape is better than a pear shape. You know, you just lose the weight and you still got the stomach and the skinny arms now, instead of a nice shape to the body. So that's what I would think you guys would really want. So I wouldn't say running or going outside and doing that, or hit cardio would be anything like that. I would just say burning fat. And burning fat is between 125 and 135 in that range, depending on your age and stuff for somebody. And that's basically walking on a treadmill at 2.5 miles an hour, which is slow, at 15 incline, which is slow. So That hopefully you understand. On top of that, you would do a nutrition plan, a proper nutrition plan that keeps the muscle and burns the fat. I don't care if you go out and run, you'll drop weight, but if you're not eating right, you're going to just look even worse than before because you're going to have extra skin. It's not going to tighten up with the body the way it would if you had muscularity to it and your body weight stayed somewhat the same, but you dropped the fat and shaped out the muscle. Sarah says, how do you tell the difference, how the person tell the difference between a burn and a fiber, the tearing of the fiber? Okay, so here's the best difference that I can explain to you, and it took me years to discover.
How would you?
A burn is just a lack of oxygen going to the muscle. Like when you're on, go to the gym tomorrow, grab a barbell and do 35 reps. 35 reps, not stopping. You can breathe through it. Do whatever you want to do it. It's going to burn. And it's going to be that lactic acid buildup with lack of oxygen, and it's going to feel just, painful. And when you're done, it's going to be pumped up. That's a pump. That's a burn. Now, the difference is going to the gym, take as heavy as weight as you can. Give me a solid 10 reps on some curls. Make sure the form is perfect. Make sure you take your time. Make sure you move through it. And make sure that that weight is like you could only do one set of 10, and that is it. There's no chance you're coming back for a second 10. So whatever weight that is, for me, it'd be like maybe 185 or 225 for one set of 10 with maybe even a spot for that 8, 9, and 10 rep. I would have that tear of the fibers at that point, and what that feels like is basically everybody's done leg day where 2 days later their legs are so sore. That's the tear of the fiber, but you have it almost instantly when you're leaving the gym. So it's something that very, very few people ever do. Jeffrey has that now. And so that is kind of where we want to go with this whole kind of tear the fiber. So you want to try to push, again, as much weight for you. So don't make my numbers scare you. My number is my number. Your number could be 70 pounds on straight bar curls for 10 reps is a lot. Whatever that is, great. Enjoy it, do it, crush it. But it's that more quality of a set than the quantity of the set. All right, so that's how you would do that, Sarah. And again, that's going to take you time. It is not the easier of the two. The easier of the two is going in, supersetting your arms or legs or whatever it is and getting a real quick burn. And it's also, I understand a pump is fun. Oh, they feel great. They're so swollen. But again, it's not the better of the two. And also, it just deteriorates everything that you're working for. And it sets you up to a fail because you train so hard that way and you don't see the reaction or the body change like you do tearing the fibers. All right? Go for it, Jeffrey. You had something that was incredible.
Oh, David wants to know, he's only got a Smith machine. So is that the same as regular deadlifts? Opposed to like using the barbell?
Nope, it's not.
Nah,
Yeah. David has only a Smith machine, wants to know if it's the same as regular deadlifts. It's not, no. But it's the best thing. So for anybody, it's what you got, it's what you got. You know, I'm not going to tell you that it's the same thing. In no way is it the same thing. A Smith machine squat is not the same as a free squat. So, but whatever you have is whatever you have. So do you. Don't worry about that. Do whatever you can get to. All right, guys? Doesn't make it less. You know what's better? You know what's better than no squats? Well, Smith machine squats or deadlifts is better than no deadlifts. So stay with it, buddy. If you're always hungry, Sarah, and you're eating 6 or 7 meals, you know what the great thing about that is that hopefully you're still building muscle. Obviously, if you're hungry throughout the day, but more importantly, hungry when you wake up. Because hungry throughout the day could just be that you're burning off whatever you're eating. It could be that you're not eating enough in between meals. And also it could just mean that you're very active. So that's the burn during the day and you're hungry. The hunger in the morning says that you basically burned off of everything the day before and you continue forward. And if the body weight is not changing or you're getting more muscularity and getting stronger, that means you're even doing better and you're really burning. I would take the calories up. I would keep going because you look great, Sarah. You look great. So you remind me of Mona, so you can up those calories and really eat it. So hopefully everybody understands this out there. When you get tight meal plan and you get signed up, great. You get a start, we get to move forward, but we get to watch your progress and make changes where we need to make changes. So even though you got it going and we're rocking and rolling,